These are the next two consonant sounds. F as in fan and V as in van. So again, these two sounds have similarities but also differences, of course. Now, what are the similarities? Well, they both use the same part of the mouth to produce the sound. The difference is that one is voiced, the other is unvoiced. Which one do you think is voiced and which one is unvoiced? Remember the test? Put your hand over your throat and produce the sound. If there's a vibration, it means it's voiced. It means you use your vocal cords to produce the sound. If it's unvoiced, it just means you're using just air from your mouth to produce the sound. So let's try. As in fan. So as you can see, the F sound is unvoiced because there's no vibration when you produce the F sound. Let's try the V sound. There, you can see and feel the vibration now. This means it's voiced. So F is unvoiced, V is voiced. They both use the same part of the mouth, however. Maybe you noticed the shape of my mouth. Have a look again as I produce the sound. Fan, fan, van. So they both use the bottom lip and the top teeth. So the bottom lip goes against the top teeth and you push air out of your mouth. This is how the sound is produced. Fan, fan, van, van. Okay, so you should practice that. If you don't have these sounds in your native language, it's good to remember the placement of the lips. Very, very important. Now let's go to the first target sound practice, which is for F, the F sound. Remember, this is unvoiced. Don't use your vocal cords when you produce this sound. Just push air out of your mouth. The bottom lips go onto the top teeth and you push air. So let's have a look. So listen and repeat after me. Few, for, laugh, 50, comfortable, helpful, photograph, Finland, flowers. Very good. So, as you saw from the spelling, usually the spelling for this sound is simply F. Sometimes, or actually in many cases, it's the PH spelling which produces the F sound. So be careful of that. Many foreign speakers very often produce the P sound when they see PH, as in photograph. But PH in English is pronounced F, photograph. Okay? So this is a very important point to remember. Sometimes the F sound is produced when there's a GH spelling. For example, laugh or cough. Cough is spelt C-O-U-G-H. So sometimes, not always, sometimes the GH spelling is pronounced with an F sound. Okay? So keep that in mind. Let's move on to the second target sound practice for the second sound, the V sound. V, as in van. So remember, This is voiced, so you're using your vocal cords to produce the sound, as well as pushing air out of your mouth through your teeth and bottom lip. Top teeth, bottom lip. V, V, V. So let's look at this list. Listen and repeat after me. Very, vote, save, have, leave, lovely, village, Venice, violin. Okay, excellent, well done. Now I'd like to point something out about the V sound, V. When it's at the beginning of a word, it's much stronger than when it's at the end of a word. So let me give you an example. The word very. V is at the beginning, so the sound is strong. When the V sound is at the end of a word, for example, save, the sound is not as forceful, not as strong. It's the same sound, but we don't produce as much force. Save, save, very. Can you hear the difference? So just keep that in mind. Some sounds in English, when they're at the beginning of a word and at the end of a word, are slightly different. So they're the same sound, but the force we use is a bit different. Okay, so just keep that in mind and be aware of it. Very good. Now, let's look at the minimal pairs lists. These two sounds, as you can see, F and V, the F, F is on the left and the V, V is on the right. So listen to each of the pairs and repeat after me. Few, view. Safe, save. Fine, vine. Fast, vast. Very, very. Fan, van. Well done. Now I hope that's opened your eyes to the difference between the two sounds. Now let's go to the target sounds in use. Let's look at them and listen to them and produce them in a sentence. So the first sentence, we're focusing on the F sound, the unvoiced F sound. So listen and repeat. Fred found $450. Sentence 2, the V sound, the voiced sound. I've never visited Venice, but I will very soon. And the final sentence with a mix of the two sounds. Vicky, the flowers in your front garden are lovely. I love the vivid colors and the fine view. Okay, well done. Remember to slow down, don't rush through these lectures. Focus on two sounds at a time, okay? Don't rush. It's better to master 2 or 3 or 4 sounds maximum at a time and then move on, okay? And don't think that you're going to reach 100% in one go. You know, this is a process. Don't rush and think you have to get every word perfect every time you speak. This is a process of raising your awareness of pronunciation. This is a gradual, step-by-step process, and with awareness and with study, you will improve over time massively. So just take your time, don't get impatient and rush ahead. See you in the next video.